The first update we have today is Teresa Giudice is opening up about her incredibly strict upbringing, and it includes a pretty shocking requirement her dad had for her right before her wedding, and some unusual advice she's now giving her own daughters about sex. So, Teresa was recently on her daughter Gia's podcast, Casual Chaos, and she was talking about her background. Her parents immigrated from Italy, and they were very, very traditional. And get this, she confirmed her father told her he was going to take her to the doctor the day before she got married just to confirm she was a virgin. So yeah, that strictness definitely seems to have influenced her own parenting. She told her youngest daughter, Adriana, that she really should wait until she's married to have sex. But she also gave a backup plan. She said, if it happens, the guy has to wear a raincoat down there. Gia actually said she had never even heard that term before. Teresa also mentioned warning Adriana about STDs, calling them sexually transmitted diseases. She even remembered how she and her ex used to threaten to drop their kids off at the nuns whenever they misbehaved. So it seems Teresa's strict, traditional upbringing really informs her unique, if kind of dated, approach to modern parenting. Before we get into the next update, please make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to this channel. Okay then, let's move on to next update now.
Next, we're going to talk about a bombshell that just dropped in Hollywood, centered around real estate mogul Mauricio Umansky. A source inside the family claims his stepdaughter just spilled a massive, years-old secret that could blow up his already fragile marriage. So this all centers on Mauricio Umansky and his estranged wife, Kyle Richards. And the claim, it came from Alexia Umansky, who's Kyle's daughter and Mauricio's stepdaughter. She's apparently saying that Mauricio has a secret son, one that's been hidden for years. Word is, this all dropped during a private conversation, and, well, it caused immediate chaos. Sources are saying Alexia was completely serious and extremely sure about it. So now, the internet is just exploding with speculation. Everyone wants to know, who is this son? And the real question is about the timing. Was he born before Mauricio married Kyle? And that's the critical part, right? Because if this is true, it could just completely destroy their already strained relationship. Kyle, for her part, has been eerily silent, but a source says she was totally shocked to hear this coming from her own daughter. Honestly, Hollywood experts are calling this the potential scandal of the year, even bigger than any drama we've ever seen on television. So this was today's update about the massive secret allegedly dropped by Alexia Umansky. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about the explosive drama from the latest Real Housewives of Orange County reunion. I mean, we're talking about one star who claims a co-star brought a literal binder of forensic evidence to prove she was set up. And on top of that, another friendship is being called the fakest thing one of them has ever seen. So Emily Simpson has really been breaking it all down. She started with the connection between Tamra Judge and Katie Janela, and boy, she did not hold back. She called it the fakest friendship she's ever witnessed. Apparently, Katie just left the reunion without making up with anyone. Emily's take is that Katie expected everyone to apologize to her, but really, Katie's the one who should be saying sorry, especially for trying to defame people and spreading false stories when the cameras weren't rolling. And get this, Emily points out that Tamra is the one who put all those details about the blogger leaks out there. So if you think about it, Tamra should probably be #1 on Katie's list of people to be angry with. Then the story shifted over to the whole thing with Gretchen Rossi. You'll remember Tamra showed screenshots of Gretchen supposedly liking some really awful homophobic posts. Well, Emily confirmed that Gretchen is claiming she was completely set up and came to the reunion ready to fight. She literally brought a binder of information with forensics done to back up her claims against Tamra. Emily felt like Gretchen spoke to the issue really well, even if she didn't show a total smoking gun during the episode itself. So this was today's update about the explosive RHOC reunion fallout. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about a Real Housewives star who traded reality TV drama for an incredible academic achievement. And this whole thing is giving fans the perfect ammo to, finally finish a famous decade-old feud. So we're talking about Alex McCord, from the original cast of The Real Housewives of New York City. Well, she just announced she got her PhD, a Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology. Pretty amazing, right? She lives out in Australia now, and she just shared the news on her Instagram. And almost immediately, everyone's mind went to that one iconic on-screen fight, the confrontation she had with Jill Zarin, where Alex just famously said, you're a mean girl, and you are in high school. And while you are in high school, I'm in Brooklyn trying to survive in this economy, working. So now fans are everywhere online updating that quote. They're posting stuff like, while she was in high school, you were getting your PhD. It's just perfect. Even her old co-star Sonja Morgan chimed in with congrats. And you might remember Alex was actually set to return for that lost season of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip that never ended up airing. So this was today's update about Alex McCord's major academic win. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about that just explosive family feud involving Kelly Dodd. A leaked voicemail has her own brother, Eric Meza, calling her a demonic entity with a black heart after she apparently threatened her 19-year-old daughter, Jolie. And the accusations here are, well, pretty severe. So this whole thing really kicked off because of some leaked audio. In it, you can hear Kelly just berating her daughter. I mean, she calls Jolie a dumb little girl, accuses her of being mentally ill, and get this, even threatens her with recordings Kelly says she secretly took. Well, the family reaction was immediate. Kelly's brother, Eric Meza, he went right on social media, saying he was happy that the truth prevailed. He just did not hold back at all, saying this whole incident shows the demonic entity coming out of Kelly. Eric straight up called his sister out. He said she has a black heart and that she's just projecting her own issues onto everyone, him, their mom, Jolie. He made it super clear, saying Kelly is the one who's severely mentally ill, not Jolie. And he called what she did emotional, physical, and mental abuse. He also went out of his way to defend his niece. He asked people to please respect Jolie's privacy because she's getting all these messages about the video, even stuff about her vaping. He described Jolie as the total antithesis of her mother. You know, really private, kind-hearted, literally an angel, is what he said.
And I know there was a viral that went out about my sister, and I'm glad that the truth prevails itself. You can obviously see the projecting that she's done on me, my mom, Jolie, her nieces, nephews, everybody, brothers, JR, everyone. Anyways, you can see the demonic entity coming out, spewing out of her mouth. It's evident that everybody can see that she has a black heart. All the comments everybody's saying, it's pretty incomprehensible that she would even do something like that to her own daughter. But I've been trying to tell everybody about that, but she's been projecting that onto me, trying to make me look like the bad guy. But we all know who the bad guy really is. So the truth comes out. And hey guys, sorry, the video cut out. As I was saying, most importantly, Jolie is loved by my mother and I, her dad, and her family members. My niece, nephew, my brother. Anyways, I just want to say, everybody can see the truth's in the pudding, and a lot of people are saying that she has a black heart. It's emotional, physical abuse, mental abuse, all of it. So you can see right through it. She's got some serious problems. She's the one that has a serious mental illness. It's not Jolie, obviously. As I told you guys before, she's SMI, and SMI is the acronym for severely mentally ill. And that's exactly what she is. And I'm so happy that the truth prevails itself. And there's more to come.
So this was today's update about Kelly Dodd, Eric Meza, and Jolie Dodd. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about a major legal drama hitting Bravo. A former Real Housewives of Atlanta star, Britt, Eady, has just filed a lawsuit claiming the network made the disgusting decision to leverage a revenge porn incident involving Kenya Moore. And get this, she says they then plan to force her to film with her harasser for season 17. So Britt officially filed her lawsuit on November 20th, and it all goes back to a filmed event in June 2024. That's when Kenya Moore allegedly showed explicit images. Now, Kenya was suspended after that, but Britt's lawsuit says the photos shown weren't even of her. She alleges that Bravo knew Kenya's actions were beyond the pale, but still chose to exploit the situation at her expense. The suit also claims that the network tried to gaslight Eady into discussing her sexual history on camera, basically pushing her to talk about it for the show. The final straw? Britt says Bravo told her they planned to invite Kenya back for season 17. That meant she would have had to film with her alleged harasser if she chose to return. She's now seeking compensatory damages for things like lost pay and all the pain and suffering this has caused. So this was today's update about Britt Eady's explosive lawsuit against Bravo. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we're going to talk about Mary Bonnet, who just shared the shocking reason she's so intense about financial protection. It turns out her previous divorce was so brutal it actually caused her to file for bankruptcy. Apparently, her ex-husband took everything and completely tanked her credit score. It went from 820 all the way down to under 500. So you can see why that experience really defined how she handles her money now. Because of that past trauma, she is, in her words, very for prenups and has an ironclad agreement with her current husband, Romain Bonnet. She explained that they even added new clauses to it when they bought their house, mostly because her situation had changed so much. I mean, she's making about $1 million a year just from social media, and she recently closed a massive $35 million deal in a single day. The agreement is fair, though. If they ever sell the house, the money she put in, like for the down payment, goes back to her first. Romain then gets an amount they both decided was fair while they were, in love and in a good place. And they keep their bank accounts separate. Mary also talked about the drama from Selling Sunset, arguing she got a bad edit. Her intense reactions were justified, but they didn't show the reason why. She had just been robbed and was barely sleeping, constantly watching the cameras because neighbors were getting robbed every night. Romain totally backed her up, confirming that viewers are just judging her on snippets, not the whole story of what was really going on. So this was today's update about Mary and Romain Bonnet's candid financial disclosures and show editing issues. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about what might be the wildest celebrity holiday gathering we've seen in a while, and a brand new, explosive feud that's about to take over an entire reality show. Okay, so over on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, things are already getting so heated between Porsha Williams and Drew Sidora. The whole thing really blew up after Porsha posted this really emotional reveal about her rekindled romance. Well, Drew immediately went public mocking it. She called it performative and said Porsha always makes a spectacle out of everything. Porsha did not wait a second. She fired back with this statement that went viral, basically calling Drew's comments transparent jealousy wrapped in faux concern. And she even told Drew to, focus on their own storyline. Ouch. Word is, producers are absolutely thrilled about this. They think this feud is going to reshape the whole upcoming season. And while that drama is heating up, Kyle Richards just sent the internet into a total frenzy. So get this. For Thanksgiving, she was photographed celebrating with both her estranged husband, Mauricio Umansky, and her rumored flame, Morgan Wade. All three of them. Witnesses said the vibe was actually surprisingly warm, like no tension at all, just laughing and chatting. The real shocker was seeing Kyle literally standing right there between Morgan and Mauricio. Now, sources are saying it was all just about keeping family traditions going, but seeing that trio together has just sparked so many questions online. People are calling it wild, and it's just deepening the whole mystery around what's next for Kyle. So this was today's update about the latest Bravo drama. Let's now move on to next update.
Next, we are going to talk about the explosive drama rocking reality TV this week. We have some shocking allegations against Tom Sandoval involving a bar dancer, and a major Bravo clash between Phaedra Parks and Teresa Giudice after a backstage blow-up. So, let's start with Tom Sandoval. He is in some serious hot water again. Reports are leaking that he tried to get, way too intimate with a female bar dancer over the weekend. Witnesses are saying he was being really overconfident, constantly chatting her up, and just wouldn't back off even when she was trying to keep her distance. They said she was made visibly uncomfortable by it all. And the most serious claim? One witness described him putting his hand too close to where shouldn't have been. Apparently it was so bad, the dancer actually had to move to a different area just to stop the situation from escalating. So far, Sandoval's reps haven't responded to any of this. And then you have this other huge feud that blew up at BravoCon. Phaedra Parks is now claiming that Teresa Giudice made what she called filthy and completely untrue allegations about her and her boyfriend, Louis Rulis. This all apparently happened after just a brief encounter. Phaedra says she was just stunned by all the negative stuff that started spreading behind the scenes. And Louis was also reportedly really surprised that he got dragged into the drama. But Phaedra is insisting she is not letting this go. She's vowing to speak out to clarify what she's calling cheap fabrications. Teresa's team? They're staying silent,
which kind of tells you this feud is probably far from over.